really nervous to be up here. Oh. Oh. So my name is Jolene Conigliaro, and I am the owner and director of Endless Mountain Learning Center located in northeastern Pennsylvania. So when I found out that I was a finalist, as you can see from my shaking body, I was a nervous wreck for the past 2 weeks because I was trying to figure out what I was going to come up here and say to everybody. So I skipped lunch today, and I went up to my room, and I recited my speech again in front of the mirror. And I got a ridiculous text message from my center with my team telling me how proud they are that I'm here. So at that point, I realized that all I really want to do is inspire you the way that I'm inspired when I sit in those chairs. So this is my story. In 2005, I came into my business as the director. Within 2 years, I took over the company. I enrolled in the food program, I doubled our license capacity, and I took part in Keystone Stars. In 2012, our center received the first and only Star 4 rating in our county. It was a huge deal for us. At this point, I figured I knew everything. I was about to find out that I didn't. From the beginning, the previous owner had taught me 2 things. First, you'll never make money in this business. It's just not what we do. Second, if you want to keep the cost down, you have to work the program yourself. I didn't realize when I found Kris's video on YouTube one night that I was about to meet a woman who would not only show me how ridiculous these theories really were, but by implementing them, I was crippling the growth of my business. In February, I had my first one-on-one call with Kris. I was mortified. She asked me simple questions that I should have had the answer to, and I couldn't tell her. How do you track your enrollment? What's your bottom line? I didn't know. I have a master's degree in education, so I know a lot about this field. But what I realized, I don't know anything about business, particularly my own. That was a big problem. When I was asked to join the Gold Group, I completely freaked out. We're a small center, licensed for 48. How was I possibly going to be able to afford this? I sat down and had conversations with my sister, Didnt, who was my partner in all of this. We realized that we had taken our company as far as we could on our own. So we really couldn't afford not to do it. The company was missing something, and it was her. In April, I boarded a plane for Denver. I was going to the Gold meeting. I had no idea what to expect. I met people at that meeting that inspired me not only professionally, but personally. And they don't even realize that they did it. I learned techniques that I could actually take back and implement into my own program. I was so excited. However, the plane ride home was really hard for me. I knew that things had to change. I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know if my team would see my vision. Monday morning came, went to work, refreshed, ready to dive in. First, I met with my lead teachers, then my team as a whole. I explained to them what my vision for the company was, where I wanted to take it, the changes that had to be made. To my surprise and my relief, they were just as excited as I was. So we got to work. One of the things that we did was took the book, The 77 Strategies, and this is how I did it. I learned in Denver, Kris drew a stick figure on a board with little arrows pointing to a $sign. And basically the idea was that if you try and take on too much or you don't stay focused, you'll only ever reach 80%. So for me, I took the book and literally ripped it apart, photocopied it, put it into a binder. on each page for each number. I went in and I wrote things that we had been doing, things I wanted to change, things that we needed to implement. That way, going forward, I can make sure that I stayed on track. Muffin runs, phone script. The phone script I tracked May 1st to September 1st. 39 calls came in for care. 31 of them I converted into tours, and 30 of them enrolled. The only reason, thank you. I went back to check with that one parent, because that's part of the program, you have to follow up. The only reason that that one family did not enroll is because in our state, the subsidy ceiling is lower than what I charge. So the families are responsible to pay the difference. She had multiple children, she just couldn't do it. But it showed me that it wasn't something that our program was not doing. The phone call that I had with Kris in February showed me that I was leaving $67,000 on the table a year. To some, it's not a lot. To some, it is. For me, it's 2 years' salary. Today, I'm 100% full. Now, thank you. Now my team is working on the planning for opening a second site, which is projected for September of 2015. Without this group, it was a dream. It wasn't even a dream. It was, that's what somebody else does. That's not what I do. It wasn't realistic to think that I would actually be in a planning stage saying, yes, we're going to do that. For me, childcare marketing is not just marketing. It's program quality, and quality is what grows business.